Welcome to Complete SQL video series. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the while loop, which is the looping concept into the SQL. So this is the very important concept if you work with the looping part, like if you have the any requirement to execute row by row. So how you can achieve this requirement, that will be covered under this video. And next video is also part of the looping, that is the cursor, and the cursor is also the use of the looping point of view. So one important concept here, that is the looping. We don't have the any for loop in the SQL. So if you are in the fresher and if anyone asks you the question how you can use the for loop in the SQL, so don't be confused here. So you can simply tell that we can use the either the while loop or either we can use the cursor. There is no use of the there is no available the for loop in the SQL. Okay, so keep in mind. So last video I already discussed in the detail if and the case statement. Okay, so if and case statement real time use cases will be discussed in this video, which is the combine of the while loop and the if and case. So if you not get a chance to watch the video 45, please watch the video 45 before starting this video. So let's jump to the SQL Server Management Studio and understand what is the while loop is there. So while loop is basically used to looping the data row by row. So in the SQL there is no do while loop is available. So other programming language, we have the for loop, we have the while loop, we have the do while loop, but in the SQL only we have the while loop and the cursor. Okay, so first let's understand how we can loop the data. So I have one very real-time scenario based interview question that very frequently asked into the interview, that how we can print capital A to capital Z or a small a to a small z. So how we can achieve this requirement? So we already discussed about the string function in the video, which is the ASCII value. ASCII function is basically used to provide the ASCII value of the any of the letter. Like if you print capital A, they will provide the ASCII value 65, and if you put the 60 char value 65, they will provide the alpha value is there. Okay, so we have the capital A. Like this type of the value if they required, we can use the ASCII value and the char value. So you can observe, keep in mind, 65 is the, if you passing the bracket, they printing A. If you put the 90 here, the 65 plus 26 is equal to 90, the capital Z. So if you print the value 65 to 90, the output will become A to Z. Okay, so if you print the row by row, first 65, then 66, then 67, so one value need to be increment here. So for achieve this requirement, I declare two variable. One is the capital A, second one is the one is the A, and second one is the B, and I am assigning the value, setting the value A is equal to 65 and B is equal to 90. So we need to loop through the 65 to 90, and while loop, whenever this value, whenever this condition is true, the while loop will be continue. Like I am put it here, the at the rate A less than is equal to B. So A have the 65 and B have the 90. So till this condition will be true, so 65 is less than equal to 90, this loop will be continue. When this condition is false, like for example 91 less than is equal to 90, this is the not the true condition, this is the false condition. So whenever the false condition is come, the execution will be stop here. So then I'm using the begin statement. I'm just selecting char at the rate A, means 65. Next we need to be increment A is equal to A plus 1. So the A value will be incremented with the next value, that is the 66. If you comment this line and if you execute this part of the code, the loop will be go infinite. Okay, this loop will be never ended. because this condition always satisfy like 65 less than equal to 90. So here we have the red symbol here. You can also press the alt break, so you will the execution goal stop. Okay, so now if you uncomment this line and if you execute this one, so basically what the value executing, they first taking the 65 less than equal to 90, they putting the 65 here, and they incrementing 65 is equal plus 1 is equal to 66. Again coming this section, checking the 66 is equal less than equal to 90, till 90 is come, 90 plus 1 is come, then 91 is equal to less than equal to 19, then this execution will be stopped. Okay, so if you execute this one, you can find this value is printing A to Z. Okay, so you can see capital A to capital Z printing here. Okay, so like this you can achieve this requirement. So next I'm going to discuss about the real-time use cases of this if condition and while loop. So I have one table, let me create one duplicate table is there. Okay, so basically test dim customer table is there. So my requirement is I have suffix column is null. So by using the while loop and the if condition, update the suffix column. If gender is equal to m, need to be update 3 letter, and if gender is equal to female, we need to update 4 letter from the email address column. Okay, so whatever the email address is there, need to be first 3 letter update in the suffix column. If gender is equal to m, if gender is equal to f, then we need to update first 4 letter. Okay, so how you can achieve it? So now you can see the data is coming not the sorted way. So for this reason, if you create the cluster index in that new created table, okay, so data will be ordered. Okay, so now you can see the indexes is created in this table, and if you look up again this value, so here you need to be select here result to grid. Okay, so if selected a result to text, that output coming like that. So before executing, click on result to grid. Okay, so you can see this is the data got sorted here. So 11,000 is the and 11,001. So if you check 11,000 to 29,000 looping, we can achieve the requirement. So for this looping purpose, I use the max condition, min condition, email address, and the gender, and I'm putting the maximum value in the taking the dim customer maximum value whatever we have like 29,482 and minimum value 11,000. So this value I am putting into this variable, and I am looping a minimum less than equal to maximum. Okay, to achieve the requirement. So when email address is equal to email address, gender is equal to gender, and customer key is equal to first minimum value. So first value we have the 11,000. So we're taking the whatever the email address like John 24 and the gender column male. So I'm checking here if gender is equal to m, then updating the first 3 letter which we have the requirement, and we put at the left function, and always you need to put the minimum, because if you not put, they will update all the data. And if the gender is equal to f, you need to update the 4 digit. Okay, so we have the 2 condition, and I'm incrementing the value minimum is equal to minimum plus 1 to loop the next value. So now if you execute this part of the code, the data will be updated into the table. So it will process around 18,000 of record. So in the window of the message, you can see one row affected, like this is coming. So it will take some second to complete the execution. The reason is we have the 18,000 record is there. Okay, so now you can see the execution is completed within 13 seconds, and if you see this output from this table, you will get better understanding how data got updated. So now you can look up the suffix column. Male have the 3 letter updated, and female have the 4 letter is updated like this. So this type of the requirement if you have in the real time, you can use the concept of the if condition you can use the concept of the while loop, and you can use the maximum minimum aggregated function concept, so you can achieve it. So next video also I will continue to discuss about the cursor, that is related to the while loop, related to the looping, and also I will provide you some difference between the while loop and the cursor, and this is a very important interview question as well. So thank you so much for the watching this video. I will meet again in next one. Thank you.